audience does want to know more about yourself. Are you an artist? What kinds of creative things would you like to do if you could be an artist, or if you are an artist? Are you an artist?
My initial reaction would be to say no, I'm not. Although you know, the role I play professionally is there's an emphasis more on the marketing for a lot of the things that I do at work. So from an advertising standpoint, creativity might be, you know, slogans and the right phrases with the right images. It's not I'm not an artist or as a painter or a storyteller, but I think you know, that Eva's got a passion for that more than I do.
Right. So, Dave.
I was thinking about my own answer, and then I was thinking about Chris's. I sort of disagree with him, and I think he is an artist, and you know, some of the things that you do in your work is about the creativity of the events. So well, it's just a different perspective.
That's true, and I have really creative art people that I employ, and you know, maybe to your point, maybe I guess I look at myself more as a conductor of those people. There's some really creative talent. My job is to try and bring the music out and create the harmony with that group of individuals. And believe me, I appreciate the creativity. I recognize it when I see it. I don't usually see myself as the catalyst for it, but you're right. I do get to be a part of that, and I enjoy that. And it's great to see it in this form at home, because when the four chicks get together, and you know, I can feel the energy, you know, coursing through my wife, and the kids feel it, and it's you know, it feeds the soul. It really does.
Would that make you an artist?
I think so. In my work, I'm in human resources, and sort of a different interpretation of artist, but the kind of things.
And there are many, I can imagine.
Yeah, there are, and you know, the kind of things that you have to do to deal with people challenges, they're not easy. And how you fit those parts together and how you craft the relationships, really it is an art. There's not a book that says, if you get this exact problem, this is exactly how you deal with it. A lot of the type of HR work that I do is organization development, and unlike if I was traditionally in compensation or recruitment or something like that, that is more definitive, I probably wouldn't answer in the same way, but from an HR perspective, I think that is a lot of how you're spurred to creativity or creatively solve problems.
So you can be an artist by being creative, as opposed to being the illustrator or the writer or interesting. Michael, are you an artist?
Yeah, definitely the career I'm in, software engineering, is very much an artistic career. It's probably more artistic than it is scientific. You know, I get to create something from scratch, and I have to envision what it's going to look like and how it's going to work, just much like a painter's going to envision what the painting's going to look like. So yeah, I think I'm pretty lucky. I do get to really experience work as an artistic venue for me.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
Not at all. No, not even.
There had to be one of us that was not an artist.
No. I mean, I go with Chris. Originally he said no. I go no. I'm not going to try to spin it like these guys. You know, I enjoy sitting down with the kids and playing and reading to them and hanging out and making up stories. So in that regard, yeah, I'm an artist, and with the kids and making up stories and creating new ideas for them and for them to think about and things of that nature. But I don't go outside the lines on the drawings. It's black and white. I need to see it right here, right now. What are we doing? What are the rules? Tell me what the rules are. It's a fine line for me. So I would have to say no.
It's easier for you to answer individually, I have a feeling. As the blog grows, as the follower base grows, what is it that you want? What is it that you think the blog viewers should know about your individual lives? What else should they know that they may not see in just the blogs that they put up there? What else should the blogosphere know about your wife?
You know, I think the thing that's amazing about their blog is that we get to see behind the scenes, and they're just
share some of that.
Not only are they well, you know, they're moms. I know, speaking for my wife, you know, her day starts at 6:30 at 7 o'clock in the morning when we're all up getting ready for school and getting ready for work, and then she's not only, you know, an active mom and we're carpooling kids to school, then she's actively volunteering at their school. And by the way, she also is a finance director at our company. And so anyway, in spite of all that, and then the karate lessons or the dance lessons or gymnastics or any other things, to still have the time, you know, to find 4 good friends and create an initiative like this. The people that read the blog see the finished product, but I'm blown away that it's that good a product with these really active, busy lives that I'm sure everyday people and families have all over the world. But they make it happen. They just do, and all in their own ways. And every one of them makes it happen. It's amazing.
The creative energy that they apply towards the blog applies to every other aspect of their life.
Absolutely.
It would be easy to get singularly focused on that as an outlet, but that's not how it carries
Nothing
out.
suffers. Nothing else seems to be suffering.
We'll get specific. What else does the blogosphere need to know about your life?
Well, it's you know, we talked a little bit before about, you know, how we bring our kids along, and you know, their development and thirst for learning is our most important job. So regardless of what we both do as our professions, she pours herself into every detail of what they're doing, their activities, what they're learning at school, the determination to help them be successful, whereas like we've also learned from their mistakes is a fine balance to walk. One of the things that we do, it's called accelerated learning, but we started when they were very young, that you know, when they're going to learn something new at school, they have to come home and teach mom and dad about it as if we've never heard it before. And if they know that in advance, they're going to listen in a very different way than if they were just listening for themselves. And so, you know, just the holistic person, sort of where Chris was going, of whether it's our relationships with our family, our friends, you know, what's going on with the kids at school, the organizations that we volunteer for, the friendships that we have with people that we work with, you know, everything you need to do it the best you can. And, you know, that's sort of Peggy's approach to everything that she does.
I think, you know, what the blogging world may not know or may not see about my wife's contribution to this blog would be how much my wife cares about what she's posting on this blog and how much time she spends on it trying to make it good, something worthwhile to read, and how excited she gets, not only to share that experience with these other friends, but to share it with other people on the web, that they really want to include everyone on this experience of exploring their creativity.
Well, I guess my wife doesn't have all those issues because she writes the first draft and it's perfect and it's ready to go. Don't have all those longevity issues. She spends some time on it, that's for sure. But as my dad used to say with finance, pay yourself forward. You know, pay yourself 10% up front and then pay the bills afterwards. Vivi does the same thing. She makes sure that there's time for the blog and the writing and the kids and the family and everything else, but she makes sure the time is there. So everything's taken care of. You have to make sure that the time is there.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your time and for the very upfront answers to all of your questions. Thank you very much. And this is Scoop Newsworthy saying thank you very much for listening. You now have a little insight as from the men behind the 4 chicks. At the end of the day, stay creative, stay artistic. Enjoy. Cut. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Let's party.
The beer laying against the part there, Spike. Hopefully that gets you from the neck up.
Well, I think that the creative people will edit that enough so that that could